You've been told walking is the safest exercise there is, and honestly, that's true. But here's what nobody tells you. How you walk matters just as much as whether you walk. And right now, there's a very good chance you're doing it in a way that's quietly wearing down your knees, straining your neck, and robbing you of every benefit you think you're getting. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because what I'm going to share with you today completely changed how my patients over 50 think about their daily walk. I'm Dr. Alric Stone, and after more than a decade working with adults in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, I've noticed something that keeps showing up again and again in my practice. People come in frustrated. They're walking every day, sometimes 30, 40 minutes, and instead of feeling better, they're dealing with sore knees, stiff hips, low energy, and leg cramps that hit late at night. The first thing I ask them is simple. Walk me through your routine. What does your walk actually look like? And that's when I hear it. The same patterns, over and over. Because here's the thing. Your body after 50 is not the same body you had at 35. It's changed. Your muscle mass has shifted. Your joints are less forgiving. Your circulation works differently. And a walking habit that looks healthy on the outside can actually be accelerating joint damage and cardiovascular strain if the mechanics are wrong. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific mistakes, and more importantly, exactly how to fix each one. Mistake 1. You hit full speed the moment you step outside. 0-15 into section. Think about what's happening in your body first thing in the morning, or even after sitting at a desk all afternoon. Your muscles are cool and contracted. The fluid inside your joints, called synovial fluid, is pooled and unevenly distributed. Your heart is cruising at a resting rate, and then you just go. This is one of the most physically stressful things you can do to a body over 50. When muscles are cold, they're less flexible. Micro tears happen more easily, and those tiny injuries accumulate into chronic soreness over time. Your joints, not yet properly lubricated, are essentially running on empty, and your cardiovascular system gets a sudden spike in demand it wasn't ready for. The fix takes 0 extra time. For the first 3 to 5 minutes of every walk, move deliberately slowly, not medium slow, genuinely slow, almost like you're strolling through a museum. That brief window lets your joint fluid spread evenly, your muscles warm to a safe operating temperature, and your heart rate climb gradually. After 5 minutes, pick up to your normal pace. You'll feel the difference almost immediately. Mistake 2. Your posture is pulling your whole body out of alignment. Take a second right now and notice where your head is sitting. Is it slightly forward? Are your shoulders curving inward? Here's why that matters more than most people realize. Your head weighs around 10 to 12 pounds. When it's balanced directly over your spine, your neck handles that weight with no problem. But shift it just an inch or two forward, which is exactly what happens when we're tired or distracted. And the load your neck muscles have to support multiplies by 3, 4, sometimes 5 times. Over a 30-minute walk, that's not just uncomfortable. That's genuinely damaging. But the problem doesn't stop at the neck. Rounded shoulders compress your chest. That compression limits how far your diaphragm, the breathing muscle, can move. So instead of breathing deeply and filling your lungs, you're taking shallow chest breaths. Less oxygen in, less energy for your muscles and brain. You finish a walk feeling exhausted when you should feel energized. There's one simple mental image that corrects this instantly. Imagine a gentle upward pull from the very top of your head. Not tension, just a light lengthening. Let your spine stack naturally. Ease your shoulders back, not stiff, just open. Eyes forward toward the horizon rather than at the ground. Chest wide. That position is what your body was designed to walk in. Mistake number 3. You're underestimating what's happening under your feet. Shoes. I know, not the most exciting topic, but for your joints, nothing in your daily routine has more impact than the interface between your foot and the ground. Two things change in your feet as you age. The natural fat padding on the soles, your built-in shock absorbers, gradually thins out, and the small muscles and tendons that support the arch of the foot weaken over time, which can cause the arch to flatten. That flattening shifts the load angle on your knee and hip, and it travels all the way up to your lower back. A good walking shoe does 3 things. It cushions impact at the heel and forefoot. It supports your arch without locking your foot in place. And it's flexible at the ball of the foot so your stride can flow naturally from heel to toe. One thing most people overlook: cushioning materials inside shoes break down long before the outside shows any wear. If you've been walking in the same pair for a year or more, the support you think you're getting may no longer actually be there. Consider replacing your walking shoes annually. It's one of the most straightforward things you can do to protect your joints long term. Mistake 4. You save it all for one big walk on the weekend. Enserveur. This is the one that surprises people most. I hear this constantly. I don't have time during the week, so I do a long walk on Saturday. An hour, sometimes more. It feels productive. It feels like it counts. Physiologically, it doesn't work that way. Your cardiovascular system, your muscles, your metabolism, they all respond to frequency, not occasional large doses. When walking is a regular repeated signal, your body adapts. Your heart gets more efficient. Your blood vessels maintain their tone. Your blood sugar stays better regulated throughout the week. But one long effort after days of inactivity, that's not a training signal. That's a stress event. The research on this is consistent. 20 to 30 minutes of walking on most days of the week is what produces measurable reductions in cardiovascular risk, blood sugar levels, and inflammation. Not weekend warrior walks. Daily consistency. If 5 or 6 days a week sounds like a lot right now, start with 3. 10 minutes each time. Add 5 minutes every 2 weeks. This isn't about perfection. It's about making walking the background rhythm of your week, not the exception. Mistake no. 5. Your arms aren't doing anything. Walking with your arms hanging still, or worse, stuck in your pockets, feels natural. But it's quietly reducing everything you're getting from the exercise. Walking is a full body movement. Your arms and legs are meant to swing in opposition. Left leg forward, right arm forward. This cross pattern is wired into your nervous system. It distributes the forces across your spine symmetrically with each step. When your arms are locked still, your lower back has to compensate for that asymmetry, often in ways that create tension over time. There's also the metabolic side. When your arms are actively moving, you're recruiting muscle across your shoulders, upper back, and chest. That means more total muscle engaged, a higher calorie burn, and better circulation, all from the same walk, same distance, same time. The adjustment is simple. Bend your elbows to roughly a 90-degree angle. Let them swing naturally in rhythm with your legs. No exaggerated pumping. Just stop pinning them to your sides. After a few walks, the rhythm starts to feel automatic and the whole movement feels more fluid and easier to sustain. Mistake no 6. Your phone is in your hand the entire time. I say this with full respect because I understand the pull. But walking while scrolling or reading is one of the most counterproductive habits I see, and it creates risks that people genuinely don't appreciate. Start with your neck. We already talked about what happens when your head tilts forward. Looking at a phone in your hand drops your chin even lower than ordinary slouching. The mechanical stress on your cervical spine is real, and it happens every minute of that walk. But there's a more serious concern for people over 50. Your balance system, the inner ear, the sensory feedback from your legs and feet, the spatial signals from your eyes naturally become slightly less precise with age. This is completely normal. What it means, though, is that your brain depends more heavily on what your eyes are seeing to keep you upright and stable. When those eyes are on a screen, you're missing information about uneven pavement, a small curb, a dip in the path. The risk of a fall increases significantly, and a fall at 60 or 65 is not like a fall at 35. Hip fractures, wrist fractures, and the complications that follow can have months-long consequences beyond the safety question, and this part is genuinely underappreciated. Walking while paying attention to your body, your surroundings, and your breath is an active workout for your brain. Balance, coordination, spatial awareness, these are trainable, and walking is one of the ways you train them. A phone in your hand replaces that with a screen. Put it in your pocket. Use earbuds if you want music or a podcast. Just let your eyes be free. Mistake no 7. You stop and consider yourself done. Here's one most people have genuinely never been told. Walking is the active part. Recovery is where the results actually happen. Water first. Muscle tissue is mostly water, and when those muscles are even mildly dehydrated, they recover more slowly, cramp more easily, and lose some of their elasticity. After every walk, drink a glass of water. Simple, non-negotiable. Stretching next. During walking, your muscles are contracting repeatedly without ever going through a full lengthening. Over time, they stay in a shortened, tightened state. The calves are the most obvious, but the back of your thighs and your lower back feel it too. 5 minutes of gentle stretching after your walk prevents that stiffness from accumulating into something that limits your movement over weeks and months. And rest days. If you're walking most days of the week, 1 or 2 days of rest aren't setbacks. They're where adaptation happens. Your muscles don't get stronger during the walk. They get stronger during the recovery that follows. Honor that process. Here's something I want you to think about honestly. Of these 7 mistakes, which one is most recognizable to you? Which one did you hear and immediately think, that's me? Because awareness is the first step. You can't fix a habit you haven't identified. Let me leave you with something that ties all of this together. Walking is one of the most powerful tools you have for your health after 50. Not because it's intense, but because it's accessible, repeatable, and, when done correctly, it works on your heart, your joints, your circulation, and your brain simultaneously. There's almost nothing else you can do in 25 minutes that touches that many systems at once. But the word correctly is doing real work in that sentence. So here's your action plan, starting today. Slow down for the first 5 minutes. Stand tall, eyes forward, shoulders easy. Check your shoes. If they're older than a year of regular use, it's time. Walk more days, not just longer. Let your arms move. Pocket the phone and take 5 minutes after to stretch and hydrate. None of these changes require more time. They just require awareness. If this gave you something useful today, share it with someone in your life who walks. And if you want more content like this, practical, evidence-based health guidance for the years that matter most, subscribe and hit the bell. I put out new videos every week, and I'm always reading your comments. See you in the next one.